God says, this message has been sent to you in this exact moment because your heart was calling out for an answer you didn't even realize you needed. God says, your pending miracle has been approved, and heaven has written your name on something powerful, something life-changing, something you have been praying for in silence. God wants to talk to you for 2 minutes right now, and He is saying that if you open this message before 11:57 p.m., the breakthrough that has been stuck, delayed, blocked, and hidden will finally move toward you without interference. God says, don't skip this, because skipping this means skipping the sign that heaven purposely placed in your path. God says, I saw the moments you cried alone. I saw the nights you couldn't sleep. I saw the times you pretended to be strong when you were breaking inside, and I have counted every tear as a seed for your miracle. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not walking alone. I am here, right now, and the timing of this message is not an accident. God says, you were guided here because heaven wants to touch your life in a way you haven't experienced before. You've been waiting for something to shift, something to change, something to finally happen, and God is saying, this is it. This is the moment. God says, the blessing that has been standing at the door of your destiny is about to enter with full force. Something that was written for you long ago is moving again. God says, I paused the blessing for a while because someone around you was not ready, someone around you did not have a pure heart, someone around you would have ruined what I wanted to give you. But now I have removed every obstacle, and I am clearing a path for you so your miracle can finally reach your hands. God says, this is your time, your season, your divine appointment. You've been feeling a strange energy around you recently, as if something big was about to happen but you couldn't explain it. God says, that was the stirring of your spirit sensing the changes coming your way. The angels around you have been busy preparing the path, clearing the negativity, breaking invisible chains, removing silent enemies, and shutting the mouths of people who tried to speak against you. God says, I am removing the hands of those who tried to interfere with your blessings. I am exposing thoughts people had about you that you were not aware of. And I am protecting what belongs to you. God says, the reason this message came to you urgently is because the spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting right now. There is movement in the unseen realm. There is a release happening in your favor. Heaven has stamped your name on a miracle that was delayed only because the enemy tried to confuse you, discourage you, weaken you, and make you give up. But God says, you did not give up. You did not stop believing. You did not surrender to the darkness. And because of that, your miracle is now official. God says, I am stepping into your situation. You will see something change suddenly. Something will turn in your favor. Something will break open for you in the next few days, and you will know it was my hand that did it. God says, the peace you've been missing is returning to you. The joy that was stolen is coming back. The opportunities you thought were gone forever are returning in a stronger form. God says, "No one can stop what I am doing for you now." There is a blessing coming that will make you forget the pain you suffered. There is a breakthrough coming that will silence the voices of doubt inside you. God says, the divine approval has already been signed in the spiritual realm. What you have been waiting for quietly is about to show up loudly in your life. You will soon hear good news that will shake your soul in a beautiful way. You will soon see a shift that makes you say, "Only God could have done this." God says, the angels have already been dispatched. They are already moving. They are already carrying something with your name on it. God says, you are being lifted into a new level. The storm you were in is ending. The heaviness you were carrying is being removed. A light is coming into your life that no darkness can put out. God says, I chose you for this message because your heart is pure. Even when people misunderstand you. I chose you because you kept going even when you felt like stopping. I chose you because you have a destiny that cannot be erased. God says, the difficulties you faced in the past months were not punishments, they were preparations. They were shaping you. They were strengthening you. They were pushing you into the direction of your purpose. God says, I am proud of you. I saw how tired you were, yet you still tried. I saw how hurt you were, yet you still cared. I saw how lost you felt, yet you kept searching for me. I saw how many times you were on the edge of giving up, yet you held on. God says, because you held on, the miracle that has your name on it is coming without delay. God says, there is something, an opportunity, a call, a message, a sign, that will reach you soon. You will recognize it instantly. You will feel it in your spirit. It will not confuse you, it will not harm you, it will not disturb you. It will feel like peace. It will feel like clarity. It will feel like God Himself saying, this is it. God says, the miracle has been approved because your heart passed a test that nobody else saw. Heaven watched you forgive when it hurt. Heaven watched you love even when you were unloved. Heaven watched you keep faith when everything around you looked hopeless. Heaven watched you carry burdens silently, and God says, now I am removing those burdens. God says, a new chapter is starting for you. A new door is opening. A new blessing is being delivered. And this time, nothing will block it. The spiritual resistance you faced before is breaking. The negativity that surrounded you is dissolving. The uncertainty that overshadowed your mind is lifting. God says, His light is entering the places where you felt confused, scared, or stuck. You might have wondered why certain relationships ended, why certain people left, why certain situations collapsed suddenly. God says, I removed them because they were connected to your pain, not your destiny. I closed those doors because they would have destroyed the miracle I was preparing for you. I separated you from them because I want you to rise, not fall. God says, your miracle is personal. It is designed for you. It matches your spirit. It fits your destiny. No one else can take it, no one else can claim it, no one else can block it. God says, the timing is divine, and the moment you are reading this is part of the alignment heaven created for you. God says, the approval of your miracle is not just spiritual, it will show up physically in your life. It may appear as unexpected money, as a surprising opportunity, as a shift in someone's behavior, as a message you weren't expecting, as a blessing you thought you lost, as a door opening that you never imagined could open for you. God says, expect movement. Expect change. Expect divine intervention. God is calling your spirit to attention right now. God is saying, listen carefully. Your next days will not look like your past days. You are stepping into a divine transition. Something is being released into your hands. Something is being restored to you. Something is being healed inside you. God says, your heart is being touched right now with peace because heaven wants you to be ready for what is coming. The heaviness you felt recently was not a sign of failure, it was a sign of spiritual shifting. Your soul was adjusting to the new blessing coming your way. That's why you felt emotional for no reason. That's why you felt tired even after resting. That's why your mind felt overwhelmed. God says, your spirit was preparing for elevation. God says, the miracle that was pending is no longer pending. It is active. It is live. It is on its way. You will see signs. You will feel something changing. God says, you will experience unexpected moments of peace, clarity, and guidance. You will notice that certain things start aligning on their own. You will look back soon and say, everything is finally making sense. God says, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. My hand is on your life. God says, your fears are being replaced with courage. Your limitations are being replaced with breakthroughs. Your delays are being replaced with divine acceleration. God says, trust me. Pray to me. Stay connected to me. I am taking you into a better season. God says, don't skip me. Don't ignore this moment. Don't underestimate what I am doing for you. Heaven has intentionally aligned this message with your energy, your prayers, your struggles, your patience, your faith. God says, you were meant to see this before 11:57 p.m., because that timing opens a spiritual window where your blessing flows faster into your life. God says, the miracle is approved. The path is cleared. The blessing is released. The angels are active. And nothing, not a person, not a fear, not a circumstance, will stop what is coming for you now. God says, you are safe. You are loved. You are protected. And your miracle is on the way. God says this message is coming to you in a moment when your spirit is tired, when your heart has been carrying weight silently, and when your hope has been tested more than you ever admitted to anyone. God says He has been waiting for you to reach this exact moment because your pending miracle has already been authorized in heaven, and the timing is now. God says He wants to speak to you for 2 minutes right now, but the words will echo inside you for much longer, and if you open your heart before 11:57 p.m. tonight, the great news you have been praying for will start moving toward you faster than you ever imagined. God says do not skip this message, do not delay, because every second right now matters in the spiritual realm. God has aligned something, shifted something, approved something, and the only thing needed is your willingness to receive. God says you have been doubting whether He still hears you because of how long you have been waiting. There were nights you looked at the ceiling and wondered if your prayers were bouncing back at you instead of rising up to heaven. But God says none of your prayers were lost. Each word, every tear, every whisper, every moment you thought you were alone was fully seen. God says even when you felt He was silent, He was actually arranging things behind the scenes so precisely that if He had answered earlier, your blessing would not have survived. God says the timing you wanted was not the timing that would have protected you. You wanted it fast, but God wanted it safe. You wanted it immediately, but God wanted it permanently. You wanted relief, but He wanted transformation. God says your pending miracle has been approved because you passed tests you didn't even realize were tests. You stayed kind when others were cruel. You stayed hopeful when situations looked hopeless. You kept praying even when your heart was exhausted. You didn't lose your character, and that is what opened the door. God says every sacrifice you made quietly was counted. Every moment you resisted giving up was seen. Every time you felt like your life was moving backward, it was actually being realigned forward. God says the miracle that is coming is not small. It is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is not partial. It is complete, stable, rooted, and unstoppable. It will restore you, lift you, protect you, and carry you into a new chapter where everything finally makes sense. God says right now the spiritual atmosphere around you is different. Angels have been released. Paths are opening. Delays are breaking. Closed doors are unlocking. God says this is your confirmation that what you thought was over is not over. What you thought was denied is not denied. What you thought you lost will return in a greater form. God says He needed to bring you through situations that felt unfair because those situations built spiritual authority inside you. When you suffered, you grew. When you were rejected, you were redirected. When you lost, you were being positioned. God says nothing was wasted. Not even the heartbreak. Not even the confusion. Not even the nights you cried without telling anyone. God says your life is entering a moment where divine speed will take over. Things that normally take months will happen in days. Things that usually require 10 steps will happen in one. People who never noticed you will suddenly pay attention. God says the miracle coming is tied to something you prayed for long ago. Something you wished for in silence, something you thought God forgot. But God says He never forgets. He is the God who remembers every seed you planted, every moment you trusted, every hour you kept faith alive even when you felt spiritually empty. God says for the next few hours, the spiritual realm is open around you in a way it usually isn't. That is why this message came to you today. That is why the timing says before 11:57 p.m. God says the moment you open your heart and believe, something in heaven will shift. A document will be released. A chain will break. A person will be moved. An opportunity will open. God says trust Him, trust the timing, trust the process, and trust that He has already written the end of this story in your favor. God says you have been carrying something heavy in your soul that you haven't told anyone. You've been pretending to be strong, pretending to be fine, pretending not to care, pretending not to be affected. But God says He saw the weight you carried and He came today to lift it off you. You are not meant to live in fear of what will go wrong. You are meant to live in the assurance that God will be with you, and nothing will go wrong for you, because He is covering your path, your home, your health, your family, and your destiny. God says you are safe. You are protected. You are divinely guarded. Angels have been placed around you so that no harm comes near. God says your spirit has been feeling tired because of the emotional battles you've been fighting silently. You've been trying to understand why certain people changed, why certain events happened, why certain things were delayed, why certain people walked away. God says everything that was removed for your protection. You didn't lose anything that was meant to stay. You didn't miss anything that was meant to bless you. God says new people, new opportunities, new breakthroughs, new connections, and new miracles are coming. What is coming will make you grateful for everything that didn't work out before. God says there is someone who tried to block your blessing spiritually, emotionally, or verbally. Someone doubted you, spoke against you, or underestimated you. But God says their words have no power over what He has planned for you. Their negativity cannot cancel your destiny. Their opinions cannot damage your miracle. God says He is removing every energy, every plan, every obstacle that was working against you. He is restoring your confidence, lifting your soul, strengthening your heart, and preparing you for something bigger than what you asked for. God says your breakthrough is not coming, it has already begun. God says miracles move fastest when you trust even when you don't see the outcome yet. God says right now you only need to do one thing: believe. Believe that your miracle is approved. Believe that your good news is coming. Believe that the next chapter of your life will be better than all the chapters before. Believe that you will see evidence. Believe that blessings are already moving toward your doorstep. Believe that your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Believe that something good is being planned for you in this very moment. God says you don't even realize how close you are to everything changing. You are closer than you think. You are stronger than you know. You are more protected than you feel. There is a breakthrough forming around you, like a sunrise before it touches the horizon. God says you may not see it yet, but it is already glowing behind the scenes. You are one moment away from clarity, one message away from confirmation, one opportunity away from elevation. One conversation away from transformation. God says He is proud of you. He is proud of how hard you fought to stay hopeful. He is proud of how you kept going despite your fears. He is proud of how you remained kind even when people hurt you. He is proud of your resilience, your patience, your faith, your humility, and your spirit. God says your story is shifting. Your miracle is emerging. Your good news is approaching. Your destiny is being activated. Your name is being lifted. Your path is being cleared. Your home is being blessed. Your finances are being restored. Your health is being protected. Your relationships are being aligned. Your soul is being renewed. Your heart is being healed. Your mind is being strengthened. God says take a deep breath right now, because the energy around you is changing. Your spirit will feel lighter after this message. Your mind will feel calmer. Your heart will feel understood. God says He is touching you spiritually as you read this. A peace you cannot explain will settle on you. A hope you thought you lost will return. A clarity you were missing will rise. God says the miracle that is coming will prove that He has always been with you. God says this is your moment. This is your sign. This is your confirmation. Do not skip this. Do not doubt this. Do not delay this. Before 11:57 p.m., speak a simple prayer in your heart. God, I receive what you have approved for me. God says that is enough to activate the next chapter of your life, and God says once again, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are protected. You are covered. You are chosen. You are blessed. You are guided. You are not alone. God says your miracle has been approved, and it is already on its way to you. God says this is an urgent message only for you, and I am placing it in front of you because the time has come for something that has been pending for far too long. I want to talk to you for 2 minutes right now, and as you read, I am already touching your spirit. I am already opening a door that has remained closed for months. I am already preparing the miracle that you have been asking for with tears, silence, frustration, hope, and faith. You have carried so much inside you, and even though you pretend to be strong in front of the world, I know exactly what your heart has been holding. I know what you've been fighting, I know what you've been enduring, and I know what you've been praying for. I heard every whispered prayer, every quiet request, every secret fear you tried to hide from everyone. Nothing about you is hidden from me. Tonight I am telling you, your pending miracle has been approved. I am asking you to open this message before 11:57 p.m. because there is a divine timing attached to it. Not because I want to scare you, not because I want you to rush, but because I want you to understand that some blessings are released only when your spirit receives the message at the right hour. You are standing at the doorway of something life-changing, something that will shift everything around you, and this message is the key to that door. I am giving it to you because you have waited long enough. You have struggled long enough. You have been patient long enough. Now it is time for me to act. Do not skip this message, not because anything bad will happen to you, but because your blessing is attached to your awareness, your openness, and your readiness to receive. I am telling you with complete certainty, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. The problems rising around you will fall. The storms that seemed out of control will settle. The confusion that has been clouding your life is about to clear. You have walked through so many challenges thinking you were alone, but you were never alone. I was there. I am still here. And I will continue to walk with you through every step that is coming. Listen carefully. There is something shifting around you right now. Something you cannot see with your physical eyes, but you can feel in your spirit. That tightness in your chest you've been feeling lately, the sudden waves of emotion out of nowhere, the unexpected fatigue, the sudden moments of hope that appear for no reason, all of it is spiritual. Your breakthrough has been authorized, and when that happens, the spiritual atmosphere around you becomes active. Things rearrange. People are moved. Paths open. Old situations close. Delays collapse. New opportunities rise. What was blocked becomes unblocked. What was hidden becomes visible. What was denied becomes approved. You are in the middle of a divine rearrangement and you didn't even realize it. I want you to know this. The reason the last few weeks felt heavy is because everything around you was preparing for this breakthrough. You were not being punished. You were being positioned. You were not being rejected. You were being redirected. Every frustration, every confusion, every unanswered question was part of a bigger plan, my plan. You thought doors were closing because you were losing, but they were closing because those doors were not worthy of your future. I am leading you toward a blessing that matches your purpose, your destiny, your heart, and your prayers. You asked me for something big, and I am giving you something even bigger. You think your life has been standing still, but it has not. I have been moving things behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. Not every miracle looks like a miracle when it first begins. Some miracles look like delays. Some miracles look like silence. Some miracles look like frustration. Some miracles look like waiting. But the miracle is still a miracle, and your miracle is already on the way. I am bringing you into a season where things that felt impossible will suddenly feel easy. I am giving you favor that you did not earn, opportunities you did not expect, and blessings you did not imagine. You have been faithful through hardship, now you will be rewarded without limits. There is something else I need to tell you urgently. Someone has been speaking your name in places you do not know about, good places. Someone has been thinking about your potential, your kindness, your energy, your worth. Someone has noticed what you carry and what you represent. You think nobody sees how hard you try, how much you give, how deeply you feel, but someone does. I am guiding someone toward you who will bless your life in a way you never expected. Do not worry about who walked away. Do not grieve over who failed to support you. Do not fear losing anyone who was never meant to stay. I am preparing a new connection, a new opportunity, a new person, a new blessing that will make you understand why every past disappointment had to happen exactly the way it did. Tonight, as you read this message, I want you to breathe deeply and let go of everything that has been worrying you. I am removing the burdens from your heart. I am removing the heaviness from your spirit. I am removing the fear from your mind. You have carried things for too long that were never meant to be carried by you. You tried to solve things that only I could solve. You tried to fix things that only I could fix. Let me take over now. Let me guide you. Let me protect you. Let me lead you. You are safe when you trust me. You are strong when you walk with me. You are blessed when you allow me into your situation. The reason I am telling you not to skip this message is because your spirit needs to hear this truth right now. I am with you. I have never abandoned you. I have never forgotten you. I have never ignored your prayers. The timing had to align. Your spirit had to grow. The path had to clear. The people who were not good for you had to leave your life. The toxic situations had to break. The old energy had to be removed. Now everything is finally ready. Your life is about to transform. You are about to receive news that will surprise you, in a good way. It will bring relief, clarity, joy, and confirmation. You will look back on this moment and realize that things started shifting the very moment you opened this message. You will feel lighter. You will sleep better. You will feel more hopeful. You will feel a new energy rising inside you. That is not your imagination. That is my presence surrounding you. I want you to trust me even more deeply now. Trust me even when you cannot see what is coming. Trust me even when things feel uncertain. Trust me even when people around you do not understand your journey. I am guiding you towards something that only you can receive. Nobody can block what I am about to release into your life. No enemy can stop it. No delay can stop it. No human being can interfere with it. What is yours is already written with your name on it. You are entering a season of restoration. Everything you lost emotionally, spiritually, financially, mentally, and personally is coming back to you in a better form. You will regain your confidence. You will regain your peace. You will regain your power. You will regain your direction. You will regain your blessings. Nothing you lost was the end. It was preparation for what is coming next. You have cried, but you will rejoice. You have broken, but you will rebuild. You have doubted, but you will believe again. You have been exhausted, but you will rise stronger than ever. I am healing you from the inside out. I am renewing your strength. I am reviving your hopes. I am refreshing your spirit. You are stepping into divine timing now. You are stepping into alignment. You are stepping into favor. You are stepping into blessings that will unfold quickly. Some things will happen so fast they will leave you speechless. Some opportunities will come so unexpectedly that you will know instantly that they are from me. Some breakthroughs will seem unreal until they happen right in front of you. Do not worry about what tomorrow brings. I am already in your tomorrow, preparing the way for you. I am already sending protection where you will walk. I am already opening doors in places you have never been. I am already removing obstacles that you have not yet faced. I am already arranging people who will help you in ways you never imagined. You are stepping into a supernatural covering that will surround you every moment. Tonight before 11:57 p.m., as you read this, something in the spiritual realm activates around you. A blessing begins to move. An approval is released. A miracle is scheduled. A shift begins. You may not see it instantly, but you will feel it, and soon you will witness it. You are chosen. You are protected. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. I am with you. Trust me. Pray to me. Lean on me. Your miracle is already on its way, and this message is the sign. God says this urgent message is only for you, and He is calling you right now because something in the unseen realm has already shifted in your favor. God wants to talk to you for these 2 minutes because your pending miracle has been approved in heaven and is now moving toward you faster than you think. God says that the moment you opened this message, the spiritual clock started ticking, and you stepped into a different atmosphere, an atmosphere where blessings move without delay, where answers come without obstruction, where breakthroughs that were once stuck finally begin to flow. God is telling you that you were guided here on purpose, at the right second, at the right breath. Because there is something He doesn't want you to miss, something He doesn't want you to overlook, something that was written for you long before you ever asked for it. God says you have been crying silently about something you never told anyone. You have been asking for clarity, for help, for relief, and for a sign that He is still with you. Tonight, He sends this message to show you that not only is He with you, but He has already gone ahead of you. God says your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. Angels have been assigned. Divine intervention has already begun. And God wants you to trust Him deeply in this moment, because what is coming next is bigger than the fear you have been feeling. God saw the nights when you couldn't sleep. God saw the moments when your chest felt heavy. God saw the times when you thought nothing was moving forward for you. But God says He was not silent. He was working behind the scenes, preparing something that would shock you with joy. God says your pain was not useless. Your prayers were not ignored. Your waiting was not a waste. The delay was not denial. Everything was part of a divine preparation that is finally completing itself now. God says your miracle has been processed, approved, sealed, and released. It is traveling toward you with heavenly speed. But God says timing matters. Obedience matters. Faith matters. And the moment you read these words, a spiritual countdown began. God says that if you open this message with your whole heart before 11:57 p.m., something that was tied up, something that was blocked, something that felt stuck will suddenly open for you. God says this is not a threat, this is protection. This is alignment. This is divine timing wrapping itself around your life, guiding you toward the breakthrough you have been asking for. God says He is covering you from what you cannot see. He is protecting you from what others tried to send toward you. There are things that were meant to break you, meant to distract you, meant to wound you, but God says He intercepted them before they reached you. God says you are safe. You are held. You are covered. Nothing will go wrong for you because God is standing before you and behind you. God says, when I say you are safe, no force in this universe can say otherwise. God wants you to breathe right now because something heavy is being lifted off your spirit. Something dark is leaving your atmosphere. Something that has been draining you, bothering you, or following you energetically is being removed by divine authority. God says you have been tired because you have been fighting battles you couldn't see. But tonight God fights for you. Tonight God says you no longer need to battle alone. Tonight the burden is no longer yours to carry. God says, I am sending angels to walk into your home. I am sending peace into your rooms. I am sending clarity into your mind. I am sending relief into your heart. God says you did not find this message by accident. Heaven guided you to it because an answered prayer was waiting for you to show up. God says your miracle is no longer pending. Your miracle has been stamped with final approval. Heaven has said yes to you. God says something you have been asking for, something you have been waiting on, something that has been weighing on your heart is about to take a dramatic turn.